what he's about to say, like, is insane about Mama JF. Just get ready.
Okay. The content lasagna goes, I'm glad this is behind a paywall. JF would be so f***ed if people could see this for free.
I
Fast
know,
forward a
right?
lot.
Okay. Whoa.
Whoa.
See, this lends more credence to that his mom fucking called the cops.
Yeah.
First of all, who can't trust their own mother?
Guys, thank you. By the way, we really appreciate all the support. Ashton, the views are exploding. The clip channel is actually scary. Almost at 30,000 subs, by the way, guys. Fucking amazing. Thank you for the support. Let's get some more, though. You know what I mean? All right, here we go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this.
So
What's the background?
Yes, exactly. That was the first thing. So now, for whatever reason, he has these Minecraft blocks in his background.
Wait, is that
looking
Minecraft?
Fruity is all French hell, man. Like, what's going on? I'm pretty sure it's Minecraft. Now, I don't know if it's his kids that are putting that stuff together, why he decided to put that in the background.
Yikes.
But I don't know. He's upgraded his like torture device or whatever in the background, and he's put like children's toys on it, which doesn't really fit his aesthetic or vibe or anything at all.
Is it?
It's a very shocking choice by JF, isn't it?
Is it not against the wall anymore?
I don't know.
It looks like it's pulled. The perspective is. It's always been like a bit off.
This is the room of a killer.
Yeah. This is
Private hangout of JFG tonight. I don't know if we're gonna have anyone actually joining us because I know that Fadam, who joins us very often, cannot make it.
By the way, when your one guy can't show up and then you're worried that no one's going to show up.
He's doing a members stream and there are no members. So it doesn't really make any sense at all. But here we are.
In normal internet talk, people call this a Discord call.
I may have made
there's no one listening except for four guys.
I'll never get over his hairstyle, bro. This guy is permanently trapped in 2002.
Yeah.
wrong choice
His
by choosing a
hairline,
Thursday.
I swear, it recedes more and more every time we see him. Like, when will he just put on a hat? Like, he may as well get a beret. And it would fit him better. Like, if he just wore, like, a French beret and he had a little teacup he drank from, I think it would suit him better.
They're calling it the Papa Roach haircut.
They called him Pepe's Pew. Pepe's Spew, rather.
That is the Papa Roach hairstyle.
Oh,
They like
man.
this and choosing it last minute. But I had to get back on the schedule of making these private shows, so it's not
But why?
dramatic if there's no one joining. I know that perhaps last time.
Oh wait, his mic is buzzing, isn't it?
I know.
It's like it has like on the high notes there. Oh,
Next time we're gonna have to go back to
I'm trying to lower
Mondays
that.
or Tuesdays because those seem to be.
what's wrong with his mic? Did he break his mic? It's actually like popping and going into go.
He is in charge of the audio, I guess, on his mic.
Cut my wife into pieces. She
This is
a
my last
retard.
resort. Oh, man.
The days that most people are able to join and they have less work. But in any case, it's okay because I can do a solo private show. I've never done in all those years.
What, calling
since
it
2000
a solo private show makes it sound like he's a stripper, doesn't it?
Yeah, like he's jacking off on cam. He's a jack off guy on cam.
2016. I've never done a
You
solo
throw toonies.
Yeah.
private show for the donors. There's always been people joining, but I knew that after months of being away from the internet and almost a month of streaming without restoring the private shows. And by the way, I'm so thankful for all of you who have kept donating during these months because I was being pursued. And in fact, that's what I can talk about perhaps in more detail than I do on the regular show, since this is more of a private space. Which
yes, very private.
3,000 people watching here. are actually watching this, or that you don't share this with anybody, that'd be a shame, because this is it's private for JF's closest fans only.
Yeah, for $4.99. This is like a really the OnlyFans style.
This is the private space with Jean-Francois Gariepy, where everything is private. No, JF, it's not.
It's
I love how he says he's going to give more details that could potentially incriminate him because it's hidden behind a super secure $5 paywall. $5 paywall. $5 Canadian paywall. This is like $3 US.
The price of a coffee. You could hear the crimes.
He'll claim it's $25, but my source got it for $5. So,
and I thank you for being generous to me while I wasn't producing anything on the internet, because that money helped a lot. It helped a lot to be able to do some crazy moves. So Faram actually
is he basically just admitting he's broke as here?
Yeah. Oh no, he is broke, dude. No, I'm telling you,
I thought he was the Bitcoin millionaire. My crypto holdings have increased tenfold.
The only person.
Is he gonna cry? Like, he sounds like he's like Phil going, "It's been tough.
Yeah.
The last decade has been tough."
There's only one person who makes less money than him. Cog.
Who?
Told me before he told me that he couldn't come, but he would like to hear more about
the sector's dead. Let's go.
The story of my escape from Prince Edward Island, and sure, I can re-render it here, perhaps with more details.
Re-render it.
Perhaps with less comment.
Re-render? That's a funny way to say retell,
JF.
Re-render.
Alert. English second language alert. We have an ESL alert up in the house tonight.
Very funny.
Because on the regular show, when there's a big crowd, I have to be careful what I reveal. I have to protect a lot of information, and I have to add elements.
Especially the whole killing your wife part.
Isn't this an odd thing to say, though?
Yeah.
He's like, I have to be careful about what I say on the public show because it might be used against me. Like, wait, why though?
Fiction and comedy here and there to make it interesting, and also
he uses fiction and comedy. So you guys, this can't be used against him in court because he said it was fiction and comedy. Oh. I'm sure that's really gonna hold up, JF.
Oh, that's like
I'm sure it was all a performance art. Yeah.
The Ralph defense. A friend of mine has his wife who left him.
That's a good thing. This is all private. Nobody can view it at all.
Yeah.
Other than JF's biggest supporters.
Yeah. This is a real hack. This is like a hack.
Of course, what's that? So if the feds are watching, please do not subscribe to the paywall. Please. You have a big barrier. The RCMP not have $5 for this stream, huh?
Because plausible deniability on some of these things is necessary, unfortunately. Yeah. Because if you come out and you say the truth, eventually the truth is that false allegations were used against me.
Wow.
Eventually these false
he's basically like, listen, the truth is, if I tell the truth, I'm going to prison. So I must mix in a lot of lies, and you must believe them.
Allegations can be used against you. You can be in a future trial in which they say, hey, you said that on your show. Isn't that true that you said that? And you're like, well, I said that, but it was a false allegation. But they don't care. They will hold it against you. And
your own words are a false allegation against yourself, sir?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense. And if this is your consideration, how about we don't do this stream?
It makes crazy.
This is crazy,
sense, bro.
A bad judge will just say, all right, so these allegations have been made against you. Huh? He can choose not to listen to the fact that you say it's a false allegation. So for all these reasons, you have to be careful when you talk publicly of these things. But in the private show, you know, at least I can think, okay, if someone uses what I say tonight against me, at least they're gonna have fed $20. So at least
what a cope, buddy. And if it was $5, but it's just like what he's like. Okay, so if this is used against me to send me to prison, huh? Well, at least I made $20, huh? Is it worth it though if you go to prison for $20 fucking dollars? Why are you doing this?
The 20 whole dollars.
Whoa,
Like,
buddy. Must be hard up for cash, bro. Like
money on them. So I will go into these details, but I see that James is joining us. James.
So James
hello.
is here.
James? James?
The James is now a paid up member of the fucking Papa JF Mafia.
Wow.
And James is called into the show.
Thoughts, JF?
How's it going, JF?
Going well. I was explaining to the crowd that I may get into a story about how I escaped Prince Edward Island because Faram cannot be with us tonight.
James, you need to leave the call immediately.
James, what are you doing here, man?
Like, James, you should
what
hang
are
up.
you doing?
Buddy, you're making yourself an accessory after the fact. Like, come on.
Is he not? Like, imagine calling into this murderer's show. And like, so, can you tell me the story of how you murdered her?
And you
Got away
escaped?
with it?
But he did ask me if I could provide more details. But maybe
good.
we can keep that for later tonight.
Oh, good. You're telling me, all of us, how you escaped the law. Great. Love this.
How are
Well,
you
if you
doing,
wanted
James?
if you wanted to tell the story, I actually just got in because I'm
Okay.
getting like tons of snow and I had to do a lot of shoveling, so I'm eating dinner right now. So
Okay.
yeah, that'd be great.
All right.
Nobody
while you
cares,
eat dinner-
bud.
Buddy, you saw, did you see? Oh,
Canson has gifted 10 subs, putting a 65
65
away
away.
from the goal.
thank you.
Free bird.
Let's go. Let's go. Big show. Big show.
Perhaps I can deliver. I mean, I've pretty much said everything, but perhaps I've said it with turns of phrases that were deceptive with the goal of saturating the story a little bit with
Wow.
plausible deniability.
So now we're going to get the true and honest version of the story from JF. So JF, like, how he has any credibility at all when he just admits to straight up lying to have plausible deniability in court. It's like, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
And the more and more he talks about this, the more and more I think he murdered his wife.
Basically, on Prince Edward Island, a bunch of fucking why-nots, really, just paranoid woman living in my neighborhood started harassing my family. And it started with a call to the city to cut my grass.
So the story is, just for no reason at all, one day a cabal of wine ants started harassing JF's family.
Mhm.
But now more of the reality starts to come in. So he says there was a call to the city about his grass. Okay, go ahead, JF.
Okay.
Now, I admit that my grass wasn't super well cut. You know, I was letting it be very, very long before I cut it.
So JF, total shut-in, fucking eccentric nutcase, nut bar, he just lets his grass grow for months without cutting his fucking lawn. The other neighbors, they're concerned. They're like our property prices are going down. This is a fucking eyesore. Like, the neighborhood, there's this nutty fucking French guy who refuses to cut his grass.
Okay.
So they call the city and complain, hey, can you guys make this guy cut his fucking grass? So this sounds like apparently a grand cabal conspiracy against him and his family.
Yeah.
Like, this is a fucking nut bar who just wouldn't fucking mow his lawn because he's a lazy shut-in.
Okay.
But, you know,
By the way, if that's how this all started, the police suspecting you was you didn't cut your grass?
You deserve it.
God, that's terrible. It's so funny.
I'm very busy. I have to care for my kids. I have to produce this show. That's a lot of things on my.
Produce the show.
What are you talking about?
It's an hour a day.
It's 1 hour a day where you just read Twitter.
You read the news. You read like the fucking
the 3 or 4
headline
stories
of the day.
Yeah.
His shoulders as a single dad, and sometimes yes, I let the grass grow a little more than the neighbors, and then I cut it. So it all started with a call to the city.
Trying to put it that way, where it's like just a little bit more than there was. No, it was bad.
To get a call?
No, it was like a jungle, dude.
Yeah, it was like, is this house abandoned?
And when I saw this letter come in, you have to cut your grass or we're gonna fine you. I'm like, okay, I don't mind cutting the grass, but that told me there's a bunch of fucking wine hunts after me, and I knew this couldn't be good. On top of it, the Major Crimes Division gets a new woman investigator.
Notice he has to keep emphasizing it's a woman because he hates women, and I think that's the reason they put a woman investigator in charge.
To make him mad.
Was to get him mad and emotional so he would make mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She's super interested in my new relationship, and the first thing she asks, aren't you going too fast with your new girlfriend? Because of course I have a new girlfriend and I've introduced her into the family, and it's been done over a year. And
get ready. What he's about to say is insane about Mama JF. Just get ready.
Okay.
Has become an integral member of the family. And for kids that are very young, it's very easy to attach to a new maternal figure like this. And
is it though?
And this is something I haven't said on the regular show.
Isn't it the case that children tend to reject having a new mother or a new father and resent them because they're not their real mother or father?
Yeah. Well, how old are his kids too?
I don't know. I don't
even know. Yeah.
But Mama JF, when she left me, she was very
clear.
You're right. She said, I want you to find a wife to care for the family while I'm gone.
Oh my God.
This never happened. This is crazy, dude.
What?
He goes, yeah, so Mama JF was like, JF, I need you to find a new wife after me, JF, because I'm about to die. I'm never going to come back, JF. I need you to make sure my children are taken after by some other woman, JF. This didn't happen. This is crazy. She told him that she wanted to be replaced with another woman and have her kids raised by a new mom. We know this is bullshit because remember when Mama JF left that one time and JF hung getting a new girlfriend over her head and demanded that she return or else he would do a Wheel of Fortune game show to find the new Mama JF? Yeah. Obviously, she didn't want to be replaced by another woman. Obviously, she didn't want her kids raised, but this is just convenient that now this new information that we've never heard JF say before has come to the light. That Mama JF just was apparently aware she was going to meet an untimely demise in the woods, and so then said, move past me, get a new woman.
Right.
It's an amazing coincidence.
And then everyone clapped.
So it's not like I'm playing in Mama JF's back.
Yeah, someone was saying in chat, if you're Norse, she told him through a Ouija board.
Here. Mama JF left consciously, wanted to disappear.
Oh, consciously. Yeah, she was conscious,
wanted
I swear.
to disappear forever. She wanted to disappear. Okay.
Deployed her plan.
She was alive when she said that, guys.
And she didn't tell me everything about her plan. But she told me, JF, I want you to have another woman to be the mother of this family.
And if anyone tells you that I'm dead, that I actually went to Brazil, okay, tell them that.
In a banana boat.
Yeah, tell them I was on a banana boat.
I can't do it anymore, so I have to go. Yeah, and so you have this police woman.
It really is the least believable thing of all time. For a mother to abandon her kids after she's been raising them for years and to just completely walk out on her entire life, like,
And tell the husband to find a new girl?
to find a new woman? Like, this never fucking. Now, she was strange, but I don't know. This is fucking beyond.
Because we tried crossing the US border unsuccessfully because they.
So, this to me is very strange, and this is a new detail that we haven't heard before. So, he tries to cross the US border with his new girlfriend or wife, and they don't let him in. But it's the Canada-US border. Like, they always will let you in.
Yeah.
Usually. Like, if you have a Canadian passport, you should be able to go into the United
It's
States.
easy. Yeah.
But listen to what he says here. Like, is he wanted? Like, listen, this is strange.
They pulled some red tape and, oh, you don't have this paper or that paper. It was bullshit excuses. It was really the Biden government. Not
it was the Biden government persecuting him with red tape that he didn't have this paper, that paper.
I went to America.
Yeah, man, like, it's
what
not,
the fuck is he talking about, Biden?
I don't know.
The Biden red tape.
Not letting me in. Because I've crossed this US border without much papers every time for 20, 25 years.
Yeah, and then suddenly when you're wanted, it's not as easy. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Listen,
Biden did this.
He was trying to flee the country to the United States, and they wouldn't let him in for some reason.
No, he was flagged.
He was flagged down.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Life. Suddenly they request all sorts of other papers that I didn't even know about. And proof of employment, and it's like very hard for me to provide this kind of stuff. If you want Bitcoin, I can pay in Bitcoin, but employment, that's hard. So yes, we
what? Doesn't he have an LLC that he would be like self-employed by or something? Or I don't know. Okay.
Like getting into the border, and the fact that we tried.
This is wild, but that they'd ask you these questions. It's like clearly something's wrong.
Passing the border, alerted the policewoman on PEI, and that's where our investigation turned from, oh well, we're the major crimes unit, our only job is to find Mama JF's body or find where she is if she's alive. But she totally changed her approach, and before her it was all men, policemen from the RCMP, very competent people, extremely competent. Sometimes
Drivenomics, all you need is a passport. You don't need anything else.
With me. But Arch in a way
that...
Mr.
Publius, I don't know, because he goes, how are you two the only ones talking about this? I guess, like, it's just not a big enough name, you know? Like...
Yeah.
But it's a crazy story, and it's going to blow up into something, I'm sure of it. Like, this is just a gold mine waiting to happen, isn't it?
Yeah, this is going to end crazy, and we're going to be the ones on the forefront of covering the story, for sure.
If in case I'm a killer, they have to be Arch with me, but Arch in a honorable way. Arch, like, we're gonna interview you.
He's saying harsh, by the way, guys.
Push you on the questions.
I'm glad you were able to interpret that, because I actually didn't know. I thought he was saying Arch.
Yeah, I know.
Harsh.
I know. I was like Arch. Oh, harsh. Okay.
But you can tell he's fucking stressed. Like, those bags under his eyes are huge.
They're getting worse daily, I think.
Oh yeah.
Wow. It looks like he was pranked with like binoculars and like the eyeliner and the inside of the binoculars. You know, the prank where you look through and then you got glasses.
But that's the kind of Arch I can accept. Now, this woman totally decides to change the direction of the investigation, and now it's about JF has children with Mama JF, and what about this new girl? It's not safe. He's going too fast, and they think that I'm with this new girl, like I'm gonna pass 20 of them, and they think, oh, he lives an unstable love life. It's not.
Well, obviously,
yeah, you do.
It's absolutely unstable and unhinged from any normal person's perspective.
Exactly.
Talking about how you're going to inseminate these women like immediately upon meeting them. Like nobody thinks that's normal.
And 7 of your exes are retarded.
Because
Yeah,
they
he has
don't
like
know
a pattern. Thing is, he has a pattern of preying on vulnerable and retarded women. Like,
Yeah.
there's a court case in the United States where JF, he married this woman who was autistic and wasn't right in the head. And the marriage was actually annulled and she was returned to her parents' custody because she was deemed incapable of making her own decisions like that. She's basically adjudicated mentally retarded. And so this is the man that JF is. And so of course they're going to be concerned. Like he has like a legal history, a mile long, issues with women. Like the mother of his other kids, she got awarded sole custody and no visitation for JF because he's fucked in the head.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just like rumors or internet gossip. Like there's full on legal cases of all of this stuff, of this pattern of behavior. And now we have the latest one with Mama JF where she's missing and it's very suspicious. And she also is not mentally right.
Mm-hmm.
about this new woman in my life, but they don't know first that she knows me since before Mama JF even existed in my life. So she's been a fan since 2017. She is a super dedicated woman, and I've given her a speech about all of the obligations that she was taking on if she was trying for a relationship with me.
Pause.
It's
That's not
so-
normal.
It's so like
Can
an
you see why-
interview.
Can
It's like
you
an
see
interview.
why the police would be concerned, or normal people would be concerned? So yes, I gave her a job interview. I laid out the obligations of being my baby incubator, what she would have to do for me, and she said she could fulfill the terms and conditions. Like, this is not normal. This is very fucking strange.
It's like it's so sterile. It's so like a doctor's office. Like, hello, we're gonna be doing
It's
a
like
study here. If you want to sign. Clinical. That's it. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Sign here, initials here, and then we can start the process of you being my girlfriend. What the kind of like relationship is this?
Out of kind of a self-sacrificial decision that she's done in a way that is like very.
This is wild. The woman, like, who's like, I mean, there's always sacrifices in relationships, but he's like, she sacrificed her whole life for me. What?
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
self.
And you know he's rocking a fucking average penis too.
Negating, to start caring to go
It's
get
not
into
like
a
he's
family.
fucking 8-inch,
Yeah,
fucking
there with the fucking class.
giant,
Okay.
fucking thick, like.
Where there's already young children, and to have these responsibilities fall over your shoulder when you're not biologically related. But I told her, this is the only condition in which I will ever have a girlfriend. And in fact, I do not want a girlfriend. I will only take a girlfriend that is
I did not, Emma.
beauty, top intelligence, super emotionally stable.
Top
basically
intelligence.
autism.
Super emotionally stable.
Hang on,
Mama JF had none of those attributes. She was very unstable and very mentally challenged, as were pretty much every woman that you were ever involved with in any public fashion, sir.
Come on.
The top intelligence.
Yeah.
Emotional stability. And I need someone who self-sacrifices in the sense that she's gonna have to spend some effort developing a connection with children that aren't hers. So that they don't know. They think I'm just a fool, just dating anyone, just fucking anything that moves. And so they come. So this policewoman was annoyed. She was like, "Aren't you going too fast?" Well, it's like, you don't understand that when Mama Jeff left me, she told me to do exactly all that I'm doing right now. Like,
I'm honoring Mama JF.
This is in honor of her, replacing her as the mother of her kids. And, throwing all of her shit into a dumpster and removing any trace of her. And it's just like, listen, nobody gets over the death of their wife this quick. This is not normal, and he didn't even care. There was no grieving period whatsoever.
You could argue that I'm just enacting the will of Mama JF if that's
Oh,
what you're worried about.
Did
And if
hear
you're
that?
worried about Mama JF reappearing, just know that, I mean, she told me that she would never reappear.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Come on.
That's
She
an
told
admission
me
of
she
guilt.
would never reappear.
Trust
Like-
me. Her words, not mine.
Her words, not mine, not my actions to murder her or anything. She just told me that she was going to disappear and no one would ever find her ever again.
Forever, yeah. And if you would try looking for her, she would not show her.
People are trying to like, why is he saying this? Well, it's behind a $20 paywall, so it's private.
Yes.
This is private. We're all sworn to secrecy about what we're witnessing because it was behind the paywall. It was $5.
That she will disappear forever. That maybe she's out there living under another identity, but if she changes her mind, it doesn't change anything because I've done everything that she wanted me to do.
Oh.
In fact, when Mama JF left, I told her, I'm not going to find another girlfriend. I'll be waiting for you. And she told me, no, JF,
Now pause.
you go.
If she did reappear, obviously it would change things because she would have like visitation rights to these children. She would probably qualify for spousal support or like child support if she was to be raising these kids. Like, it obviously would matter if she did reappear, but he's completely 100% confident she's not going to reappear, which indicates to me he knows she's fucking dead because he probably played a role in it. Come on.
Bro, if she reappeared, she would be a ghost.
And there's literally a clip of Mama JF saying he's trying to kill me.
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah, yes.
Go out there and you find another woman because I'm not coming back. So it's categorical what Mama JF told me. So anyways.
Yeah, it's very strange how they almost like treat all of their citizens in Canada and even in the US as like their children.
Yes.
We have to follow their morality, their ways of living. And it almost seems like a lot of the reasons why, I mean, for me too, I really
you gotta ask yourself, what is this fucking guy thinking? What the like, is this guy retarded? Like, does he actually believe this story? Yeah, the guest, like the donor, like he's not gonna question any of this
at all. He's got no like, well, hang on. Let's rewind here for a sec.
To you, where because I've seen it with my relationships.
Somebody goes, this James guy is a cop. 100%. Is he? Like, he kind of does sound like a cop, doesn't he?
He's a cop. That's so funny. That's actually really funny, dude.
His only donator is actually a confidential informant. Like,
where you're
honestly.
Yeah, exactly. Video Grims. JF has changed his story now because he said, I have no idea if she's coming back or not, or where she is, or what she's doing. And it seemed like he was saying, oh, she might come back one day. Now his story is, she told me she was never going to reappear.
Yeah.
It's a total contradiction. And the more times he tells the story, the more contradictions and mistakes that he makes, which is crazy to me that he's telling it again.
That's
this time it's private, guys. It's private.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit different than the normal person. You have your own very strong held beliefs and you live based on those beliefs.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is it makes it like you don't the normal.
No, this guy's not a cop. This guy is actually this guy's a JF follower who's actually retarded.
Right there, I was like, "There's no way.
There's no way."
We both at the same time picked up. No.
Behavior doesn't always work out, and it's hard to find the right woman when you're not like a normie type person. And the problem is,
this fucking guy.
They see this and then they label you as like a not a reliable guy when that's what you want, but I don't know. It's just
it's,
something that
Well said, bud.
no one ever.
Holy, this guy was fucking struggling.
annoys me too.
it's the bottom. It's the bottom pulling all of society down because they assume that you're a man at the bottom. They assume that you're the average, inconsistent, non-intellectual person who doesn't follow any principle.
I don't know. JF's trying to pretend like he should be above the law because he's smarter than other people, which is like one of the dumbest things you could say.
He's
like,
not. He's not even
I'm
like
actually a king, so you should not treat me like a stupid peasant.
And will just come with a girl, and then the girl disappears, and then there's going to be other girls. They don't understand that there's contracts in my mind and there's contracts in my life, and that the new woman in my life, I wouldn't have let her in my life if I wasn't convinced that we are bound through serious contract. So, yeah. So
it reminds me of like when I was in school. And
have you ever had a friend or an acquaintance or a family member who describes their relationship in that way? As though it is a mental contract with serious obligations. Like,
no, that's actually unhinged and weird.
Isn't it though?
That's
As
very,
a serious
very strange.
contract, you must sign the contract with me. Like, nobody views it that way.
No, that's very, very, very strange.
When you're in school, you're I would daydream a lot and like to think about things and constantly just like ponder questions in my mind because I get really bored in class.
All day.
Yeah.
And the teachers thought this meant that I was unfocused and not able to learn very well. So they put me in the educational needing development class.
No,
they put him in the retard class. Alert! Oh no!
It was a conspiracy. It was a conspiracy.
This is JF's follower is actually in the remedial special ed class.
Buddy, yo, look at JF's face. He's so disappointed.
JF's like, what?
He's like,
was talking to a serious intellectual.
He's like, no, God, please.
So I was in with all the stupid kids because they thought that.
Oh, felt it.
JF just laughed. Your hero just fucking laughs at you and you tell him you were in the special class. JF's getting horny though when he hears that. It's like, tell me more about the potato farm.
The worst thing they do. They put the high intelligence, weird minds with the
I'm sure you're talking to the next Einstein.
High intelligence, by the way the guy's talking.
Yeah, this guy's a genius, brilliant.
For years, I had to like take classes with all the stupid kids because I would daydream all the time.
Laughing at it.
I mean, like it's funny.
They did the same with my autistic girlfriend.
Okay.
What?
You're not proving your point. Like,
by the way, we got JF Gariepy for 20 saying, bonjour, you guys are forgetting that scientific progress does not stop me from running from the cops.
Wow.
And masturbating the child. There's actually a clip of JF talking about how masturbating on children is a genetic advantage in evolution. Like, it's crazy.
When I did my documentary about how he was twisted, I started with that clip of the audio of him saying that. It's actually scary.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's really fun.
Like, there's a lot of people here who have no idea any of this lore. Maybe one day we'll have to like set up the whole PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
There's a lot that people don't know.
But in fact, she's more intelligent than the average. So anyways, this police investigator woman, I'm still not sure what extent she caused all of the snowball that eventually fell. But I know that from April to September, probably, she was holding it in and perhaps finding a way how can I cause an investigation of JF's family without overstepping my boundaries? Because she's a major crimes unit investigator. She can really just investigate me for major crimes. She can investigate me for murder, rape, or having kidnapped Mama JF and hiding her, basically.
Jesus!
So she's stuck. She cannot really get into what she's really interested in. So I believe that she found a way, or if she didn't, someone else found a way. Some hidden corrupt agent found a way. How do we convert this murder investigation?
Yeah.
Right.
The hidden corrupt agents, right?
Into a social worker type of attack, teaming up with the wine-ons of the street that had already gotten me in trouble for my grass. They found a way to get her to call, this time, not the major crimes unit, but call the local chapter of the RCMP. So basically the same police service, but fundamentally a more provincial and local department of that police service. And so they receive a call, and the call is a bunch of wine-ons have been talking about me on Facebook.
Take a shot every time he says wine-ons.
Oh, man.
You would
be
fucking
black. Like me on Monday night.
Yeah.
Third Eye Sag is gifted a sub, and Porcelain for a sub as well.
Wow, thank you, in Third Eye Sag. Thank you, guys. Really fucking appreciate it. We really, really, really appreciate it. We hope you enjoy the show, guys. Thank you.
This activity there was a truck of trash that I ordered because having a new girlfriend and having all this house, which has been stuffed with...
We're now going to get the expanded lore on the truck of trash.
Okay.
So, it was very confusing when he first started telling the story of the truck of trash and how this somehow led to the SWAT team raiding him or whatever. So... in reality, it wasn't that he kept a truck of trash parked for days in his driveway. What he did was he put all this assorted trash out in the middle of his yard and then waited for a whole day with all of this garbage in his yard. And, the neighbors are like, what the f***? Why is there all this trash? Just listen to his retelling. I think I have it straight, but...
reserves of food and stuff by Mama JF that we don't need anymore. And it's I kept the important souvenirs from Mama JF, but there is
what does that mean? That's so creepy, dude. Like he's a trophy hunter. Yeah. like he's the predator or something, and he kept souvenirs or trophies. I kept the appropriate souvenirs of my wives that I murdered. I have a lock of her hair. I have part of her skull. I have the finger bones from the knuckle down. Like, what do you have? Is her head in the fridge? Like, what? Like, that's creepy, bro.
That's very sus.
The appropriate souvenirs. Like,
what? What did you mean?
The stuff that is not important to her, nor to me, nor to anyone. So we had to get rid of a lot of trash. And I didn't want to pass through the usual Sunday trash collection or Monday trash collection because I'm there are big things in there.
Because once you put that trash out on the curb, the investigators, private investigators, or the cops could just go through his trash.
So he has to keep it on his grass?
So he had to keep it on his grass, and then he had to get rid of it privately, so that they couldn't get a hold of his trash for evidence.
I'm looking for an incinerator.
There's a bed that we need to get rid of. Those are too hard.
A bed?
So you got rid of her bed?
Maybe there was some DNA
to carry. So I'm going to pay for a service.
I don't trust
this guy. The service will come and just junk, they're called, and they will take everything.
So it really was 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Yes.
It really was. Okay.
It was for sure.
Now, for that service to be able to do their job best and to cost a little less for me, I had to take all of the stuff and put it on my grass, which I did within 24 hours that I was expecting them. So basically, let's say a Tuesday, I get all the stuff on the grass, wait through the night, and then on Wednesday morning they come to pick up that stuff. So basically the reason I did it quick is I knew that if I leave stuff on my grass for a week, for 2 weeks, there's going to be a bunch of why-nots pissed off. But I leave it there.
Pardon me. I gotta say this. If my neighbor is leaving garbage all over his lawn for a week, I'm calling someone.
You know what I mean?
That's
like
not
it's
a
gonna
why
blow.
not. That's
it's
like a
gonna
what the
blow into your fucking yard.
And it brings
like
in raccoons and shit and other animals and like
yeah.
fucking bugs and shit. Like fucking, and it's disgusting. No.
Less than 24 hours, and yet there's still a bunch of why-nots.
If your neighbor shits on the lawn constantly, you're gonna fucking call someone.
Use that opportunity to call the police and say, I'm worried about his kids. We've not seen his kids for a while.
Well,
that's weird.
That's the thing. So that's the thing is, if they regularly were seeing your kids playing out in the yard, and now suddenly they're not playing out in the yard anymore, and they know your reputation that you're a weirdo, they probably are suspicious that you killed your fucking wife, and now there's all sorts of trash scattered all over your fucking lawn. I'm not really surprised that they called the cops. Is anybody here? Like,
it's a bit sus.
I've seen his kids before. Why don't I see his kids? And
I also bet you, I guarantee you, Mama JF's family like asked around the neighborhood, like, "Hey, have you,
there's a truck
have you seen the kids?"
In this,
and this is also Arlo points out. This is a change in position from JF because for a long time he said like he denied the existence of these kids, or he wouldn't talk about how he had these kids. And that's the one condition he put on that interview he had with Andrew Wilson, is that Andrew wasn't allowed to ask about the kids. So it's just interesting how he shifted posture on that now, and he's directly addressing the fact that he has custody of these kids.
And meanwhile, while they were doing that call of worrying for the children, they were chatting on Facebook, and I had an investigator that was looking at those chats.
Wait,
and
what?
basically they're into a whole...
Bring it back. So JF hired a private investigator to look into these chats?
What? I've seen his kids before. Why don't I see his kids? And there's a truck trash in the street. And meanwhile, while they were doing that call of worrying for the children, they were chatting on Facebook, and I had an investigator that was looking at those chats. And basically they're into a whole paranoid story of, oh my God, he's doing something. He's gonna hurt the kids. He's gonna get the...
So there's probably like a neighborhood watch Facebook group, like that these like boomers, they go on there and they're like, all these women are on there like, oh my God, this guy's like, there's something really wrong here, And JF like hired a private investigator to dig into these people's Facebook posts. Somebody check us. I feel like this investigator was either a friend or himself.
Yeah.
It's like, does he really have money to pay and have on retainer an investigator? And why would he do that?
This is crazy.
Drop the kids behind to get with the new girl. And it's like, these people don't understand that I've been working for a whole year at providing a stable environment for my family, and it's happening. Like how many people are able to recover from the disappearance of a spouse?
Pause. It's a really good question, JF. Most people really never recover from the disappearance of their spouse. It haunts them for the rest of their fucking life.
Isn't it?
Like, are they living? Are they dead? You seem to have got over it in record time.
Yep.
In fact, you seem to be over it the day of her disappearance. And you weren't troubled at all during the entire year and a half she's been fucking gone. So I don't know, JF. This point really isn't in your favor. I'm not sure why you would bring that up.
To join the family and to reform a new heterosexual family. It's kind of a miracle what has been happening. And yet these people are trying to get me in trouble for this, basically, because they're alarmed that I'm moving too fast. They don't understand first, as a celebrity, like if you're a local at the bar, finding a good mate.
We just missed. JF is now claiming that he's a celebrity, so he has access to all sorts of women. So his situation isn't normal.
Buddy.
And the investigators can't even comprehend his incredible celebrity status.
Odyssey. Let's see his viewer count here. It is loading JFG tonight. And his latest video here is at 178 views.
It might be a job of 5-10 years. If you're JF, finding a good mate can be happening within a week, within a month. So I can go much faster than the average person, and yet
what the fuck are you talking about? Nobody can marry somebody based off of 1 week or 1 month of digital communication.
Yeah.
That's insane, bro. The fuck are you talking about?
In terms of the person joining my life.
Mm-hmm.
So they get this RCMP, police. So we're still not into the social worker, child kidnapper, agents of the state. We're just with the police here. But the police seeing that, oh, she's worried that she hasn't seen the children of JF for a while. The police comes accompanied by a social worker, and they were all trying to downplay the fact that the social worker is there. But
this is 100% told from JF's perspective. So, and he's already announced that there were a bunch of red flags, like trash all over his fucking yard. It was in a state of disrepair. He hadn't fucking cut his lawn in months to where it was like a fucking jungle. Nobody had seen his kids in a while. There's some strange new woman being introduced to the household.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what JF is admitting to. We don't know what other signs or what other red flags for the neighbors there would have been for them to lead to this call. And obviously something's not fucking right, because they continue to, it's obviously not right.
Yeah.
Something here.
I knew what was going on. I saw it instantly. If you bring me a social worker, you are invoking not criminal law. You are invoking provincial child kidnapping laws that are absolutely unjust. They don't leave due process, and
they're not child kidnapping laws. They're child protection laws to protect children that can't protect themselves from monsters like yourself who might harm them, right?
Especially in eastern provinces. So I'm like, that is big trouble. So an old policeman and a kind of lesbian-looking, fat,
notice
old,
he always has to disparage women in the most cruel way possible. She was lesbian-looking, she was fat, she was old. He never shits on the male officers like this.
Yeah.
Which, again, it just indicates, this is why they put a female in charge of the investigation, because it gets him seething.
Yeah.
Woman, social worker come, and the policeman explains, well, there's neighbors that are worried about your kid. They say they haven't seen your kids for a long time. And then I was like, well, if you haven't seen the kids, maybe I can bring the kids out and show them to you that they're alive. And
yo, you gotta tell the cop, like, listen, I'll bring them out so you can see they're alive.
And now fuck off with you, and the neighbors can fuck off, Tabernacle.
That's insane to say.
Like, the fact of the matter is, you're not a normal person. That's why they're concerned when they haven't seen the kids. Because they honestly believe that you are a murderer and like an evil Nazi as well. Like JF is basically like the evil Nazi neuroscientist conducting sick experiments that fucking got away with murdering his wife. That's what these people are thinking. They're like, fuck, we haven't seen his kids. If one of the other neighbors, they didn't see their kids for a few weeks, they'd be, it's no big deal. But with JF, it's like, I don't know, man. Like, should we do something? Because he's obviously fucked.
Yeah.
That would be great. You would have your reassurance. But then the social worker woman didn't want this. She wanted to get in the home. And on Prince Edward Island, I don't have a right to refuse. There is no search and seizure protection against Child Protective Service in PEI, which is the saddest thing, but it's leading them to have superpowers.
you just want for people that molest or beat kids or, get their kids addicted to drugs and stuff like that to be able to close their door to child protective services and they're not allowed to search the home at all. That's the society that you think we should live in, Jean-Francois? Obviously, it's only his belief about this because it's affecting him.
Yeah.
Because no sane person would be like, you know what? We should just allow people who beat their kids to hide them in the basement, and there's nothing law enforcement or society can do.
It's retarded.
Hours. They can literally. That's why they come accompanied by a policeman. They can literally force their way into your home. So I'm like, I look at the woman and she's like, no, we want to get in your home to see where the children live. And so I'm like, hey, is it that weird? This all starts with a neighbor not seeing my kids. And now suddenly you want to enter my home and start asking personal questions about my relationship. Like,
your wife's missing. Like, legally, she's missing.
I don't know. Like, what does he expect? Yeah, people didn't see the kids. They're concerned. Can you show us the kids and the living conditions of this home?
Yes.
So that our concerns can be assured. And it's like, if you cooperate and you act normally, you're probably going to be okay. Now, there's some instances where CPS really is evil and fucked up and screws people over. But, this whole like acting defensive and trying to fight with them, the reality is if they want to search your shit, they're going to search your shit.
Yeah.
They're going to find some way to do it. And so by not cooperating and by being, I'm sure he was completely antagonistic, he makes the process worse on himself because then they get suspicious.
Someone said in chat here, Andy, the Epstein lore. Yeah, there was a famous quote by him. It was discovered this old YouTube channel he used to work for got like 25K from Jeffrey Epstein. And then it was like revealed about the Epstein shit that happened, right? And then JF's response to it was like, of course, I could take money. I would take money from the devil himself.
Yeah, I would take money from the devil. It's okay.
You're like, whoa, way.
The extent to which they were trying to stretch this, and I could see that I was at
Richard Spencer. Richard Spencer goes, of course this isn't true. Like, Richard's going like, I see this in chat. They're saying you took money from Jeffrey. Obviously not true. Jeff goes, no, I mean, that is true, Richard. I took 25,000 from him. Richard's like, what? Like, Roland says, what?
It was.
I can see it in my mind right now, exactly how it played out.
Danger. So I'm like, is it the case that you can enter my home without my consent? And she says yes. And so I'm like, well, there's nothing to discuss then. Come in. And so she's like, okay, well. And I'm there with my children and my new girlfriend.
By the way,
it's like, oh yeah,
we got Yogi Gariepy for 10. As you can see, Boo Boo, I am smarter than the average bear. The ranger has yet to find Mama Potato's picnic basket.
Diapers. Yes, we have that. Do you have this? Do you have that? Do you have? And she asked questions about the actual children for
why is he acting like that's a big deal? Okay, only for 30 seconds. Then it was what about your wife? Let's hear.
And then she just jumped in, right? We moved a little bit to the kitchen. The children were sleeping, so they were kind of not bothered by this because they didn't realize that a police and a social worker were in the home. So we moved to the kitchen, and she goes straight for it. She's like, so you've been around for how much time? She looks at my girlfriend and she says this. And my girlfriend is like, oh yeah, I was here for a trip of 3 months a few months ago, and now I'm here for another trip of 6 months. And the fact is my girlfriend has been introduced to my family, and they've been developing connections. And so yeah, And then she said, "Oh well, that is so quick." And I knew
it is.
So I knew that this wasn't about the truck trash. This wasn't about the Winans being worried. I knew that she was coming in. The social worker was coming in with the exact same theory as the police investigator woman, and they were trying to trap me. He's moving too fast. He's loving too fast.
The content lasagna goes, I'm glad this is behind a paywall. JF would be so f***ed if people could see this for free.
I know, right?
That is what they were aiming for.
Is, like,
and so I'm like,
I considered editing this, but I was like, what? How can you really edit this except to remove the stupid caller? Like, it's the story and it's the additional details and the contradictions.
It's interesting as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
No, it's great. It's great. It's interesting as fuck.
I play naive. I play naive in front of this social worker woman because she starts saying, "So now, sir, I will explain you what happens. I will open a case because it's a case. We have to say it's a case. We open a case because someone called about you. We're just opening a case." And I was like, she's trying to downplay the danger of what she's doing. She's trying to downplay the fact that this woman could come back in 2 hours.
But is the real danger to society and to everybody involved that this woman can investigate and get to the bottom of what's going on? Or is it that you could potentially be harming these children like you probably murdered your wife, bro? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the inconvenience and the danger of potentially having your kids taken away is outweighed by the fact that you're clearly an evil fucking monster who needs to be investigated and shouldn't be caring for children. Like I don't know, man.
Lock him up.
There comes a certain point where it's just obvious this guy is evil and a fucking monster, and it's like I just don't have any sympathy.
Would you
for
keep
his like
bringing it up?
civil rights? You know what I mean?
Why would you keep bringing it up?
Kidnapped my whole family. Up
Whoa.
with your case. So she's like, we're just going to open a case. Now I'm going to go write a report for the case, and then I will let you know. I will call you back, and if the case is closed, I'll let you know. Or if we have more questions, I'll let you know too. I was like, oh, okay. I pled naive. I pled, all right, well, whatever. Case is open, case is closed. Just call me whenever you want. And she goes out the door, and I'm like, that's it. We need to deploy an anti-kidnapping strategy. And within 1 hour,
that's called escaping the law.
You know, he's like, listen, we need to find a way to get away with these abuse and these crimes that we're committing. So let's come up with a game plan. Okay. Oh, that's what he means. He means run from the law.
Yeah, it's run from the law.
Backed up.
Which sounds really guilty. Like he knows that he's guilty of something, right?
Yeah. Because
if the situation was all cool in the gang and you really didn't do anything, you probably wouldn't immediately think to flee the fucking province.
I mean,
and packed up the minimal for survival in nature and the minimal for fleeing, and we
packed up the minimal for fleeing.
For fleeing. So what's best for your kids is not for you to cooperate with an investigation that's trying to protect them. What's best for your kids is to go on the run from the law.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the investigation would find out what exactly, Jean-Francois. He has a go bag. He's just on the run now. Okay. I guess we're on the run now with my kids.
He has one of those sticks over his shoulder with a handkerchief.
It's a real stable environment that he's providing for his children, by the way. All right, well, fuck. We've been found out, kids.
Car and exited Prince Edward Island. Never came back with the children. Because...
What?
And I started the process of selling the house.
So the thing is, okay. So I'd understand this if they had visited his house a number of times. They clearly weren't giving him a fair hearing. They were railroading him and making out bullshit to take the kids away. And then you fucking run away in the middle of the night. But they visit your house one time with concerns. They ask you a few questions. And then they say, we have a case open, and then you just decide that you're going to fucking flee the province for that?
Yeah.
Because it's just inevitable that they're going to railroad you? Right.
Outside of PEI, so that I could drive in alone and go sign the papers for selling the house. Within 1 hour, we were in the car, and within 2 hours, we were out of the jurisdiction. There was simply too much danger in my view. And back then we didn't know that we wanted to move to the west of Canada. I was just like, listen, I can't stay in a place where a woman who just told me I'm moving too quick in my relationships can kidnap me or can kidnap my children. So we have to go out. We go out, we drive toward Quebec, and and she was about to take us, because she calls me the next morning, Monday morning. So maybe the only reason she couldn't take us was that it was a weekend and she needed to ask for some permissions. She's like, "Are you at your house, sir?" I'm like, "No." And she's like, "We'd like to continue the investigation on our case. We need to see you and your children now." And I'm like, "I don't think so, bitch." Because I don't live.
Well, what a psycho!
Aggressive, no?
I don't think so, bitch. I don't live there anymore. Well, you were just living there yesterday. Yeah, but then you showed up, so I fled the investigation. What are you gonna do about it, bitch? Okay.
Okay.
That's pretty crazy.
Suffer, bitch.
Province.
Wow, that's a villain laugh, isn't it? Look at
No,
this.
he is. He's just
Your
evil.
Children now. And I'm like, "I don't think so, bitch. Because I don't live in your province."
Wow.
And she was like, "You don't live in our province? I just saw you yesterday."
You know, like
That's insane.
I just saw you yesterday, and I asked if your children were okay, and then you fled. Then you fled the province overnight, and now you don't live here anymore.
Okay.
Like what? I don't.
And I was like, "Yeah, but we were there for only picking up stuff. We don't live there. We were just picking up stuff, and now we're really out. You caught us. You just caught us by random." And she was like, "You haven't told me this." I was like, "You haven't asked."
The psycho's asking, yeah, in other provinces, apparently it takes extra steps.
Yeah, I
bring
guess
them-
they can't coordinate it properly between the agencies. So if you're wanted in one province, it doesn't necessarily mean you'll be wanted in another province.
Yeah.
We had a guy in chat who was explaining it really well last show we did this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just apparently a cluster nightmare. We live in a joke country. So
Okay, yeah.
I haven't asked if I live there. I don't live there. You just saw us there, but we're not there anymore. And she's like, "I'm gonna
Now you
find
see
you
me?
wherever you are."
Whoa. Wait, the
whoa, wait a
the
minute. She goes, "I'm gonna find you." She goes, "I have a particular set of
Yeah,
skills."
yeah,
She's
I
like,
think it's Taken.
she's like Liam Neeson in Taken. "I will find these children and I will protect them from you." Which is kind of based. It's like, this is obviously
Yeah, girl.
an evil monster. Like, you ask me one question about my kids, I take them away. You.
"I'm gonna launch the biggest alarm, blah blah blah." And she's like, "Where are you right now?"
Where are you?
And I'm like, "I don't think you're entitled to know legally, bitch. Bye bye." I closed the phone. I didn't call her bitch, but
Oh,
That's what I was thinking.
that ruins the story a little bit.
What is JF? What are you talking about? Now he cucked out. You know, he's like, "Ma'am, please."
You should have just
leave
kept
me
that part.
alone."
You should have just kept that part.
It's like a movie scene. Yeah, it is.
And
Joker.
see, yeah, where is she?
Where is she?
Yeah, so she's like, I'm gonna launch the biggest alarm for. But it's like, you don't have an alarm to launch. This is not an Amber Alert case because I'm not a random rapist who picked up some children.
You aren't a random rapist, but you are JF.
I'm a dad traveling with my children legally, so f off. And
yeah,
so I'm like,
it's so not sus when you pick up and go in one night. Kids, we're getting out of here at 4 a.m.
He's telling anybody this stuff. Like it's like he must get off on it. Like it's like his big like thing is just getting like being able to brag about how he got away with it. It's sick. It's sick.
You know, this alarm is kind of scary and all, but it has zero legal viability.
Wow.
And so yes, I took the choice of I'm not returning there to get investigated by this woman. I have to find a safer place in Canada where I can get better treatment. And we found it. So she launches her alarm. And so I was just passing by at my mom's house because on the way to Western Canada.
Have we heard this part? I remember
this
part.
A place to rest and to start looking at houses. Back then I was not knowing if I was going to live in a house, to live in a trailer park, or I had no idea where to start. And so I
imagine JFG living with Ricky and Bubbles and Julius. Like fucking Ricky, fucking weird as fuck.
Start looking for real estate and
imagine, oh hey Julian, I don't really trust that JFG guy, do you?
Identify New Brunswick, Manitoba, Saskatchewan,
He honestly
Alberta.
would be a great character. He's like the Bible pimp. He comes to town. He's the potato pimp, and he's got schemes to prostitute mentally retarded women in the trailer park.
Yeah, imagine the bottle kids throwing bottles at JF. Hey, stop it, bottle kid.
Places I might head for. What are the prices of the home, etc.
Did he say etc. instead of etc.?
And this is the moment at which Saskatchewan, Alberta, those are places I might head for. What are the prices of the home, etc.
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 And this is the moment at which some of you I have
contacted. He moves near me. He's like my neighbor now.
This for all of you who are Canadian fans.
I'd be killed.
Who are Canadian members on our Patreon, or some of you I know for a long time have been living in Canada.
Homie, there's like
and I know that you support me. I started launching a signal of alarm to some of our fans, asking, "Hey, do you have a place for me to stay?"
Shut the up.
No, bro, imagine you guys. I send out guys. I need some place to stay.
I'm hiding out from the cops.
I'm hiding out from the cops. Flavortown resident. Can you fucking harbor me? How about you, Fee Norse? Will you let me stay on your couch, bro? What do you mean? What do you mean? 76 org says we can stay with him.
You go, oh my God, look, a new Patreon post.
The worst
wow.
Shit.
You harbor me? Well,
this is the worst. Quartering asked his viewers to go bail Sticks out of prison, to go to the fucking jail and walk the paperwork and the bail money over. Hey, is there anyone in the New Orleans area? It's okay.
Yo, someone mentioned in chat right now Tonka. I actually found a new Tonka video. It's terrible.
Tonka's back, bros.
He's back. We're gonna be covering Tonka Saw. Are you all pumped for that?
Are you guys excited for the Donga segment on Friday? There's gonna be a lot of dead air. It's like 99% dead air. The remaining 1% is just hot air from my fucking blowhole. It's 100% crap.
Imagine, like, no one knows who.
There's some alarm against me. I'm gonna have to be able to hide. And it's gonna. And do you have a place where I could receive mail? and no one could help me. And it's not
I
a lot
why.
of the people.
Nobody would help him. After all of his years of activism and fighting for the cause, there was not one follower of his that was like, yeah, JF, come crash with me, bro. I got your back.
To be fair, he has barely any followers, so
yeah,
it's not like they didn't want to. It's just there's none of them too. Period. I gotta piss. On to hit play and just go.
Yeah, just hit play.
Able to provide something, and they were very willing to help me, but some people have limits. They can't welcome a whole family by surprise in their home. Some of them have already highly populated home, and so no one really within reach was able to provide me with some urgent help, the kind that I needed. And so I'm like, fuck it, we don't have a secret place to stay. We're stuck at my mom's house. They will probably be able to trace my presence at my mom's house.
Yeah, no doubt.
With this big alarm, whatever it is, even if it's not legal. And so I'm like, well, what do we do? I had to think. And by the time I was just starting to think, the police comes in at my mom's house. And this is the moment where they did a fake 911 call to fake SWAT me.
What?
I'm on the lawn of my mom because I'm just arriving by car with a trip of stuff that I was like my computer and stuff. I was unpacking stuff, and 2 cars of police come frenetically, and they kind of pass in front of my mom's house, but then they drive back, seeing that I was there.
By the way, this is completely different than the other 2 times he told the story.
What did I miss there? Sorry, my earphones cut out.
Pause it.
My earphones just cut out too far.
JF is now saying that they did a fake 911 call, a fake swatting to him, and then the police showed up while he was unpacking his stuff at his mom's house. So this is apparently right as he arrives with all of his stuff, and he's unpacking it, the police pull up. So is it more likely there was a fake swatting? Which, how is it a fake swatting if the police showed up? How is it a fake 911 call if the police showed up? So it was a real 911 call or a real swatting. I think what happened is his mom didn't want anything to do with him, didn't want these kids on her doorstep with this weird woman she never met, and she called the cops on her own fucking son. Or this whole story is fucking bullshit. Stevie says it sounds like a warrant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
Like, this is not like who would have fucking called?
Remember he cried?
Who would have called this swatting? Who would even know he was there?
Well, he said he cried, remember? And he goes, Mom, I won't be seeing you ever again and all that stuff. Remember the last time? We theorized that maybe his mom called. Remember?
Yeah, and remember, like, the last time he told this story, he said he saw the cops arriving on the opposite way.
And he escaped.
But this is now a completely different story.
Mm-hmm.
We got a 911 call from inside that house. And I was like, oh, I knew exactly what that was. There was no 911 call. This was all a lie.
No, it was, I'm assuming it was the mom.
Your mom
right?
called the cops.
Yeah, that's why
there
we thought that.
was no 911 call from inside the house.
Well, she's obviously like whispering, like, she's there.
It was a fake 911 call. They did it. They produced it so they could enter by force in my house, in the house of my mom. So a fake SWAT, and I'm like, I don't think anyone has called 911 in this house, ma'am. If you want, I can go check and ask them. And
why would they tell you?
And she's like, oh yeah, but we're gonna have to follow you anyways. We have to inspect the house by 4. So I'm like, well, since you can enter without my permission, come in. So I unlocked the door and
no, JF.
This is a complete different story.
They had a warrant, and it's a completely different story than the last time, and that's why I wanted to play this whole thing unedited.
What?
It's all of the contradictions between this version and the previous version that he told publicly.
Bro. This is bullshit.
the home of my mom by force without my consent.
You don't
Well, that's
need
the thing
consent. It's
is,
not your house.
I think it's his mom gave them permission.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
She called.
Well, yeah.
And you could see right away what they were doing.
What?
Because they didn't care about a cell phone. They didn't care about a 911 call. They said, "Who are these children?" Oh, that's okay. That's your. Oh, what's her name? What's his name? What's his age? What's his age? They were here to locate my children, my family, my loved ones.
Well, yeah. Well,
And
what
so
did you
I'm
think?
like,
What did he think was gonna happen?
I know.
If he actually just stayed in Prince Edward Island and cooperated with the authorities there, instead of doing the most suspect and guilty looking thing, which you can do is just to pick up your life overnight and flee to another province to live with your fucking mom, then that you wouldn't be dealing with them asking these questions right now, would you, bro?
Yeah. I don't know. This is fucked.
well, I was just unpacking my car, and I'm like, that's it. We got found. They know our spot. They will, knowing the province of Quebec and the absence of due process rights in Quebec in matters of children, we have 1 hour to live, to flee, because the police came without social workers.
I think he slipped up there, dude. But it sounds funny because my life's over if we don't flee.
What was he gonna fucking Jonestown his family?
Yeah.
Here, kids, drink this Kool-Aid with me.
It puts on the gas stove, puts on the gas.
Would stay in place. The police gave me a ping that they had found me, but by using this dishonest tactic, they showed me that they knew where I was. And so we're like, well, okay, so you know everything. You see that there's no violence here. There's no 911 call. So that's it for your investigation. Mm-hmm. Now the problem is the police has to go back to their station and get a social worker to give me trouble with my family. So by the time they have left the house, and within 30 minutes, I'm like, we have to go. And this is extremely trying.
This does sound schizophrenic. This is a really unreliable narrator. And we can only really guess as to what actually happened and how much of this is real, how much of this is just completely fabricated. Did any of this ever take place?
It feels like there's chaos. I feel like the house was chaotic. The mom was probably yelling. The kids are crying, and it's just a bad. Because I don't believe anything. Well, I believe in certain certain points, but you don't believe in the overall story he's telling. There's no way.
No.
I've never seen a guy be so guilty. In my opinion, obviously guilty.
The thing is, you know what? He could be totally fucking innocent. The thing is, no innocent person acts like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We had 20 minutes to flee.
His own actions and the way that he talks about it just makes him seem so fucking guilty, even if he was innocent.
Yeah.
And I was always skeptical of the idea that he chopped her up and shit like that. I just thought it was kind of like a manslaughter situation where you put a retard in the woods and said for it to fend for itself and it died.
Yeah.
That's how I viewed it. I still feel like he should be held culpable for that. But now I question, did he really just chop her the fuck up? And this is the thing is this guy just, it's not even his political beliefs or anything like that, which he tries to make it out to be. And they are persecuting me for my politic. It's just the way that he is. He's just a creepy, evil dude. Straight up, he's not normal in any way at all.
I think he straight up finished her. I think he fucking ended her.
Or a new partner, to be.
He's evil. He is dark. He is a dark, dark man. His exes had to hide from him. You understand? His exes One of them, I told you this like years ago. I think it was like our first year of our show. I have an email from one of his exes who was like warning me. It's like, I'm happy you caught away from him. I had to escape. And it's just like a crazy email that I still have.
With state oppression of that kind, lies. It's like, I may have stayed in Quebec to face these dishonest people, but if I thought that I had some sort of good treatment, but no, they lied to my face. You have police who are in charge of your safety, who invent a false SWAT call to locate you. And they do it because it's not criminal matters. So
there's no way they created the police created a fake police call to come to your house. It just doesn't make any sense.
No, that's retarded.
They know it will never be reviewed by competent court because everything will go down to the child protection court, and these courts are fucking clownish. So I'm like, look, we can't stay here. We are in danger. Literally, there are people with guns, police lying to our face to try to catch us. And they're going to come back with a social worker within 24 hours. We have to be gone within 30 minutes. So we pack everything we can. We reflee and yet another province. We flee the house of
flee 2 provinces in 2 days. Like, this is like things that guilty people do.
Yeah.
My mom. And now it's like, now I enter the part of the story.
Someone goes, what? So he fled again? Yes, he fled, I think, 3 times.
He fled again.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck will happen, I have no clue. Because I'm just driving west and it's like, we're gonna have to find a place to live. And I drive west.
All your stuff.
Whoa.
What about?
You'll forget that he's there.
Wait.
Like, it's actually
the guy's
so insane.
there?
Yeah, the guy's been on the other end of the line the whole fucking time. Imagine you're just sitting there.
That scared me.
To this guy.
I thought I called someone. Like, did I add someone to our call?
That he didn't at any point decide to hang up the call and move on with his life is really telling.
Holy shit! That was jarring. It was really loud. It scared me.
All your stuff that you left behind, do you still need that where you are? Because
no,
that's
because
how do you fit it?
Unreplaceable.
I had time before the police caught us in Quebec to do one trip of the most important stuff, like my computer and stuff. So I had a full trip of a car.
So wait,
with the major stuff.
Okay. So he drove back from Quebec to Prince Edward Island. And then as he came back on that second trip from Prince Edward Island to Quebec, that's when the police then did the fake 911 call and apprehended him in the driveway. Okay. I don't believe for 1 second he would have left his computer unattended in Prince Edward Island when he initially fled. That would be the first thing that he would take with him, wouldn't it?
I left a lot of things behind. I donated a lot of stuff. There were old women who came and I donated all my alcohol to them.
Well, Red Rum Dakins is how close are all these places? Well, it's like a far fucking ways away in Canada. Like, it depends where in Quebec he fucking drove to.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
everything in Canada is really far. If you're going to drive somewhere,
it's a massive fucking country.
Huge, yeah.
Drink. It was bottles of alcohol that had accumulated across the years.
He would have had to drive across fucking New Brunswick to just get to like anywhere in Quebec, and then who the fuck knows how far? Like, this is like probably 5-6 hours of driving.
A lot of things, and other than this, well, I had one car of things that I brought to my mom's house. But when we flee my mom's house, I don't have time to take this stuff. So we flee my mom's house, leaving my important stuff, 1 car worth of important stuff in Quebec. And we flee, and I'm on the road driving 40 hours west in Canada. We
40 hours west.
There.
40 hours nonstop. He's literally on the lam. But like, how can the government not just like freeze his account? Like, what?
40 hours. You were like 4. Added fucking 0 to that, bud. Like, holy shit.
Ontario. We tried crossing Ontario fast because we know there's no due process either in Ontario.
Oh wait, I'm gonna search this while we're watching this, but I'm gonna see is from Quebec to. I mean, it depends where, obviously. To we were thinking Alberta, right?
Yeah, well, exactly. That's weird, bro. What innocent person describes escaping as fleeing?
Yeah. But Ash, is it 40 hours away, you think, from Quebec to Alberta? Sounds about right.
It might be
It sounds
more
like-
than that, even. It sounds about right.
Yeah, it sounds
Because
about.
it's probably like 12 hours minimum just to get across Ontario alone.
Yeah.
Then we arrive finally to some kind of safety in Manitoba and eventually Saskatchewan. And on that road, I'm starting to frenetic.
It's 44 hours from Quebec
I think
City to Edmonton.
24 hours to cross Ontario alone.
Yeah, so
fuck. Yeah.
44 from the capital of both. Yeah.
Call real estate agents, and I'm like, I need to buy a house. I'm ready to buy it cash now. You need to find me a house with these features. We need to be able to survive in it for the winter because now it's fall and the winter is coming. And when you go to Western Canada, it's very, very strong winters. So there's the question of there needs to be a furnace that works to heat the place. And we were headed for Alberta, and we found a house in Alberta. We made an offer on it within 24 hours. Somehow.
Okay, like, how did
Why is he
this
saying this?
happen? Like, what the fuck are you talking
Now,
about, dude?
I'm assuming he's throwing in fake info here to throw off the police. Unless he's really retarded.
My
well, he
name
said
wasn't.
that he was gonna not do that because this is private, but it's not private. So who the hell knows?
I think
There really is Walter White in the last couple episodes. It's the Granite State episode in the fucking cabin, bro.
He's using the money to burn.
But somehow they refused my money. They said no, and I was paying them the exact price they were asking for. But
listen, some guy shows up at your house. I want to rent your place
with a barrel of cash. No, he wants to buy it. He wants to buy your house, and he has a barrel of cash.
What the?
Decided to sell to a bunch of friends of theirs at lower price.
If someone wants to rent your house and they pay you in manila envelopes full of cash, like unmarked bills,
and so they rejected my money, the first house, and I'm telling the real estate agent,
sketch, right?
This is so insulting. Either they saw my name and they thought, oh, this is a French guy, we don't want to sell to French people.
That's true.
Or they saw my name and they Googled it and they didn't want to sell to a right-winger.
No. To a right-winger or... hang on, chill.
You know, like right-winger.
Or
right,
is it because you're in the news right now?
You might be a murderer. Should we let this potential axe murderer buy our house or what?
But anyway, so yes, we did get discriminated on this, but it was a blessing in the end because the second house we made an offer on was much better. It had all of the equipment to survive in the winter, lots of backups. It was the perfect place to live. So I'm so happy that the first refused. So we make the offer on the second house. The real estate agent was so nervous about me.
Buy a screen. An Albertan doesn't want to sell to a right-winger? You'd think of anywhere in the country, they'd be the most open to selling to a right winger. It doesn't even make sense. Yeah, exactly. The delusions of grandeur are fucking incredible. No one knows who JF is. No one cares. Like, he's 7 years past his peak of popularity, which wasn't even but like a fucking blip, you know?
Every time we were meeting, she was bringing her husband, and it's like she was like she was telling me, I have reservation about everything that's happened.
Really?
I don't
the
know.
realtor's like, I have my reservations about all of this. You're on the run from the fucking law. You're trying to buy this house outright in fucking cash
with a briefcase. Money.
He said the realtor was so nervous about it.
Like, please do the right thing. I just need a house for my family. And she did the right thing. She just allowed me to buy a house. What
about the story with the lawyer? I don't know. Like, now the lawyer story of Mr. Doe and Mr. Engelstein, that's no longer a part of this, or are we going to get to that in a second here?
And political discrimination. So she was very fair and very intelligent, and it was hard because I needed eventually to hire a lawyer to convince her that all of my operations are legal, that it's not black money that you're getting. It's
black what?
It's just my money and I own it. But everything went super well. And then I decided I have to drive back to my mom's house alone. First, so I can see if the police try to arrest me, they might detain me for 40
fucking hours back across the country to get the stuff at his mom's house. What was so urgent at his mom's house that he had to go over there, like, all that way? She couldn't mail it to him. She couldn't. Yeah, exactly, Jimmy DeGriz. Just ship it. She couldn't just send a fucking box in the mail with your computer or whatever.
Buddy,
I don't know.
This is like freaky. Did he threaten his mom?
Yeah, is there evidence that he had to leave at his mom's?
Towers, but I don't want to be there with my kids because ultimately that's what they're interested in. So I drive back to Quebec, and the goal was we did a full furtive repetition with my mom. You're going to be there. And I couldn't even speak to my mom. So I lied to my mom in this process. Didn't tell her we were in Alberta. I told her we were in Manitoba.
If you're fucking willing. Okay.
Whoa.
See, this lends more credence to that his mom fucking called the cops.
Yeah.
First of all, who can't trust their own mother? You know, like, you can't even trust your mom with where you're at. So obviously you're not on the best of terms with her. But then you're lying, and you're telling all of us you lied to your own mom. If you're willing to lie to your own mother, who aren't you willing to fucking lie to? How can we trust anything you say when you lie to your own mother's face, for fuck's sake? Like, it's kind of unhinged.
So that when she was and the police went on her and questioned her, arrested her, unbelievable what happened to her, unjust, and so much stress that they tried to induce into her just for her to reveal where I was. And it's like she didn't even know because I lied to my mom. I told her we were in Manitoba. So waiting for the house, we were in hotels, and I was pressuring the lawyers. I was like, we need to get into that house now. And they made it happen within 2 or 3 days that we were in the house.
Hey, I want to hear more about the interaction at his mom's house and, like, picking up his stuff from there. Did any of this even happen? And remember, like, in the previous video he did, we heard he, like, had to tearfully tell his mom that he would never be able to talk to her or see her again. And she told him he needs to get out of this hellhole of a province. Like, where does all that fit in? Because that's, conspicuously absent from this retelling of it.
And eventually, 2 weeks after 2 weeks in the house, having set up everything is safe, everything is working, I have to leave my family with my new girlfriend and drive alone to Quebec to get my computers, my important stuff, my important paper, whatever fits in a single car ride, because I'm never going to be able to do that ride again. It's 40 hours drive. 40 hours go, 40 hours coming back.
Whoa. That's insane.
There had to be
so
something really important at that. I want to know what it was.
Pictures on the hard drive? Like of like fucking proof of
I don't
Mama
know.
JF,
Like maybe he had
videos,
the dossier of
dossier,
where
yeah.
the body is or something.
Mm-hmm.
do this, and I had a whole system with my mom. We're gonna put things in her car so that if neighbors look around, they don't see my car. I had parked my car in a secret area in a public place so that it wouldn't get noticed.
So he's like in a hoodie with his arms inside the pocket in front, walking to the house.
Parking his car in a secret place.
And then the mom has to put the stuff in her car to store it?
We were transferring all of the computers and important things.
This sounds
Oh, there it is.
what?
It's the computers and the hard drives. That's why he
That's
came
what I'm
back.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's admitting to hiding evidence.
Yeah. Yep.
Be furtive, to not trigger systems of, follow-up or surveillance. And despite the extreme furtivity we used, some neighbors saw me in one of these trips come out from the door of my mom to the door of her car. Somehow they detected that I was here, and
And by the way, the neighbors are on high alert to look out the window and immediately call the police when they see you. What the is going on? That's like I'm sorry, if you're there for like 30 minutes and the neighbors are on high alert, you're up to something.
Neighbor calls the police, and
Or
our last trip,
this is all invented in his mind and delusions of grandeur that the neighbors would be looking for him.
True.
And that they would be on high alert. Like, would they really? Like, who is this guy?
And he's super paranoid or something. Yeah.
my mom is driving me to my car for one of our last trip. We get out of the house, we drive toward my car, and we see police, just the whole cavalry. They were just missing an helicopter, really.
What?
They were coming from all the angles.
Wait.
So JF is like an instant 5-star wanted in Grand Theft Auto is what he's trying to tell us. And that like the cops were coming with helicopters and SWAT teams and vans, and then somehow he was able to get in his vehicle and evade them. Is this really what we're being told?
Yeah. Well, he said everything but helicopters.
It's
So
like
you
he
have the
fucking
SWAT
jumps
van,
the wall
dogs.
of the military base in GTA is what we're being told. Like,
Yeah, he crossed the bridge before the storyline allowed him to.
Coming from the front, coming from the sides, and they were driving frenetically with all the lights open. And I told my mom, your son made it, Mom, because if I was a thief, they would have sent 1 police car. If I was a rapist, they would have sent 3. If I was a murderer, they would have sent 5. But this amount of car, this is what they send after a free thinker.
Oh,
right.
my
Whoa, buddy.
the delusions of grandeur. You're right.
Is this a movie plot? Like, is
What?
this like none of this ever happened?
Buddy. That sounds like a movie tagline in the front of the poster. They said 1 cop, like 1 cop for murder, 3 cops for rapist, 10 cops for a free thinker.
for a free
The
man.
run of the wow.
JF is the fugitive.
The fugitive, yeah. No, it's Le Fugitive.
There must have been 6 cars that we were just seeing. Those were just the cars we were seeing on the road. They passed me.
Someone's calling this Canadian
But, like,
Wilshire Boulevard.
Oh, but like, how did he evade them? All right, he's gonna tell us, I'm sure.
Yo, this is Canadian Wilshire Boulevard.
My mom, as we were driving calmly, because we're not doing anything illegal. That's the most hilarious thing in all this. We're not doing anything illegal. So We're just driving. They passed. They didn't see us. They were headed in emergency to.
Okay, hold on. JF, like maybe the police weren't there for you then, and maybe this was a paranoid delusion. You know, you think about that?
It honestly does. Yeah, like sound like a little bit of a fucking schizo.
You know, they might have been going somewhere. Like, I knew that they were going to my mom's. Okay, how do you know that? Did like when she got back, they were there? I guess I don't know.
My mom's house to look under the floorboards to find JF's children.
To look under the floorboards.
Okay, now we're in Nazi Germany.
So the police, wouldn't they have got a warrant to search his mom's apartment and seize all of this potential evidence in like the 8 days that he was driving back and forth across the country?
Mm-hmm. Also,
this doesn't make any sense.
This under the floorboards line is fucking hilarious, isn't it? It really is funny. Like,
and my mom was like, Jeff, this is not for you. It cannot be that these 6 police cars are all for you. I've seen them arrest criminals before. They sent 3 or 4. And my mom was telling me, with 6 cars like this, there must have been a mass casualty event or something. There must have been a train that rolled over 50 people. And I was like, maybe. But you know,
you're right. So even his mom's like, these cops aren't here for you. That's what I was wondering. No. I'm like, what? Like the neighbors instantly called the police? He's outside. Neighbors don't give a fuck usually.
It sounds like his paranoia and his guilty conscience has got to him. And
that's
just
what it is. Losing. Yep. Mm-hmm.
At the event, you know what we see? Ambulances. I don't see any ambulances. I think that these 6 police cars are going for me. When we arrive at the drop-off point, we're calm, me and my mom. And she's convinced that they're not after me. And she drops me at my car. And she looks at her cell phone, and her cell phone is ringing. She has messages from the police that say, hey, we're looking for JF. Blah. And I'm like, yeah, so I was right. All of these cars were sent for me. And I'm like,
wait, you're telling me when you're at the drop-off point for the stuff, the police phoned your mom and they've got messages saying we're looking for JF while 6 cops are surrounding the house? How did the cops... Wait, hang on. If the cops were there, how do they not see them come out of the house to the drop-off point? This story... This story doesn't make sense. No, because if they were there, they were texting her, they would be outside the house. Did they sneak out the backyard over a fucking fence or something? Chat?
Like, you know what, Mom? I'm just going to drive back into them. She's like, you're going to get arrested, Jeff. For sure, you're going to get arrested. I was like, I haven't committed a single crime, Mom. I'm going to drive back into them and you'll see they won't be able to do anything. I drive back toward the house of my mom, and they stop my car, and eventually I get to my mom's lawn, grass lawn.
Wouldn't the cops send out an APB? Like, wouldn't they, like flag him down and like pull over his vehicle? Like, you can't. You know what I mean? Like, is the vehicle registered to JF? Like, I don't know. Like, we're supposed to believe that like there's all this heat on him, and he's just able to drive without being hassled 8 days across the country.
Me, they had nothing against me. They were like, we're looking for your children, and so I pled. Here, they had caught me, so I was like, I cannot hide where I live.
So now they caught him, okay? But they're not going to search for any of the stuff that he was so desperate to hide in the vehicle. Like, if he gets stopped in the vehicle, because they can basically search your vehicle with hardly fucking anything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It does. It feels like it's a kid lying. it feels like this is total delusion and none of this makes any sense. Yeah, exactly. Makes no sense. He drove 40 hours across Canada multiple times. Makes no sense the police response to this at all. None of it.
I'm just gonna tell them.
Do you think he's like making shit up to like throw police off who are watching this? Probably.
I don't know. Maybe it's to get attention from his viewers to try and get people watching and get money. I don't know.
Well, the 176 people who watched him today. Yikes.
The hope is that being in Alberta, we will have a fair treatment, because in Alberta there is due process. You have rights in a child protection case.
I don't think it's any different.
And so they, the police just says, all right, we're looking for your children. And I'm like, my children are fine. They're home. Oh, we need to know where you live. Okay, here's my address. So I downplayed, and the police at some point spoke in his radio and said he's cooperating. Everything is going well, actually. They were expecting me to resist with some AR-15? You guys can't do anything against me. I haven't committed a crime, so I don't care. I'm just gonna be relaxed and answer your questions. So they were...
almost sounds.
Oh God, it's jarring.
Out of nowhere.
From the top rope.
Sorry about that.
Oh God, it's James.
You want to just tell your entire story? And,
No, go ahead. Have an intervening comment.
Yeah, all of this while you've been talking about it for months.
The James jump scare.
Like I think he has to make up that he had an interaction with the police where everything was okay and they cleared him.
Hmm.
You know, obviously it wasn't all okay, and like he was clear to go and free and clear of everything, because by his own story, he's like moved all the way across the country. And I'm pretty sure CPS works the same in Alberta as it does everywhere else in Canada. Maybe there's slight differences, but it's not like this magic wand where it's like, okay, you can get away with crazy shit because you live in Alberta. I don't think that's the way it is.
Almost considered, I was like, is JF becoming delusional and making up stories
There it
about
is!
his life? Because
There it is. There it is. The truth. Even JF's top pay peg is like, bro, are you fucking delusional? Have you lost your mind? That should be a sticker, man. His eyes. We got 10 subs for just the sticker of JF's eyes. Like, look at that, man. That's an insane person. That's a crazy guy. That's a crazy guy.
it doesn't fit with my understanding of the world and how police work. And I was seriously considering this, but you know, I've seen you make other comments and you seem coherent, and like it doesn't fit with how I know police normally act.
Oh
But,
no!
you know, you're
There's
not delusional.
skepticism.
and
No.
I don't.
What did he say? He goes, "You're not delusional, but can you make this make sense?" Like,
Make it make sense. The boogie fucking. Like,
think you're just lying.
No, this
And
happened.
it's all.
I think
It's
you're
just.
lying.
It's amazing how when you deviate from the norm, like you have, people will become insane.
You see
It
the
reminds me of that like
worst, yes.
line from the Joker where
What?
nobody panics when you're following the plan.
Because
But
they
if you
have a
ups-
plan.
But if you upset the established order, everyone loses their mind. That kind of reminds me of
Absolutely.
that.
That's absolutely
Just
what's
kill
happening.
one
And
potato.
I have difficulty believing that those were Quebecois people, the police that were
okay, so now what? It's like out of province. Like,
I mean,
Fucking-
I really do enjoy though that this guy actually was like, I think that this
It's
is
funny.
delusional. I think that he's like, I thought you were delusional and you lost your mind, but then I saw you lucid at other points and what you were saying made sense. So now I'm just convinced you're lying. But it's because you're the Joker, JF, that you need to tell these lies. Like, I wish this guy would just keep pressing JF hard until JF boots him. Like,
it's pretty funny, dude.
aggressive against me, and they were so stupid in their interrogation. So they tried to interrogate me, and so now, sir, you're gonna have to be honest with us. What are you trying to do right now? Like, when we release you. And I was like, well, I need to just go see my mom, make sure that I have gathered everything I wanted, and then I go back home. So eventually they release me. I reconnect with my mom because we had been separated by this whole arrest moment. I arrive at my mom's house, and they're in the house. They're literally looking under the floorboards. They're looking in closets.
Does she actually have floorboards you could hide under?
Rip up the fucking floorboards. They went to that extent, but they weren't willing to search your vehicle.
And I'm like, guys, I already told you, my
Someone just goes, it's an apartment.
children are not here. I wouldn't be stupid enough to drive.
Wait a minute. That's
with
so
my children.
retarded, dude.
Such a shithole of a crap.
Yeah.
So you are out of your jurisdiction. They were like, oh yeah, we're just making sure that
telltale heart. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
The guilt drove him fucking insane. He fucking rips up the floorboards.
they're not here. So it's like, I really escaped the kidnapping by the state by a few minutes.
Just escape a kidnapping.
And a few good decisions and a few hours at
Bro,
that.
This is like, my mind is melting.
How is this
like
real?
It's just like an absolute fever dream, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Oh my God. This was a great find. Everyone, give a round of applause to Ashton for bringing this onto the fucking show, because this was like behind the infamous paywall. The very pricey $20, but actually $5 paywall.
So
let's get some subs.
Yeah, we have to reimburse the money for the paywall.
Yeah. All the stuff, and I say adieu to my mom. She
Adieu.
knows that I will never drive back into Quebec, and she just told me leave the shithole.
PPP. It's hard to keep this all coherent, you know, because even he doesn't have it straight. But Rodimus goes, PPP. The part that makes no sense is that he was free and clear, according to his own words. Had snuck off with his mom and could have just left, but he decides to go back to get arrested?
Yeah. I don't even know, man.
JF, save yourself.
And if the mom did the whole parking thing, then obviously she wasn't the one who phoned the police.
And Dank Sneed Pimp has gifted one sub.
Thank you, Dank Sneed Pimp. Big support.
And I did. So I drive back. Meanwhile, the federal police start receiving calls from these alarmed Quebec policemen and these and they start receiving calls. You have to go to his home, get his children. They're like, well, you know, we can't just get his children. What has he done wrong? And this is where the whole system falls. The federal police operating in Alberta.
This is like ChatGPT trying to make a story up. And it's like a off, you know, because it's AI. It's like a little bit off.
Starts asking.
In fact, no, I take that back. ChatGPT wouldn't even write the story because it wouldn't make sense.
It's too far-fetched.
It would have to use more logic in the story.
Has he done wrong? Well, like, what are we looking for in terms of damages on the children? Are we looking for rape? Are we looking for injuries? They're like, no. He's just crazy. He's unhinged. Go
we can tell.
Well, you know, the federal police just laughed their ass off, and they told me, we can't believe that these people are in charge of the law in Quebec. You have a bunch of crazy people in charge of applying the law in Quebec. So this is the
equivalent of Ralph saying, and I talked to the police officers, and they said they were big fans of the kill stream. They loved the show, Bish, and they told me I never did anything wrong ever. Like, this never happened. Oh, yeah, JF, actually, these police, we're the federal authorities. These police are just fucking jokers. They're persecuting you for no reason. Like, no.
Actually, uncreative
Pig Riser has gifted 5 subs.
Let's go. Uncreative Thank you, Pig Riser, big support. But Uncreative Live goes, how is JF getting all the police's dialogue? You know? Like, what is he?
It's like JF wrote a script for them to say.
Yeah, exactly.
They were bloodthirsty. They wanted us to go at you without any sort of probable cause. So the police, the local police in Alberta, while I'm stuck in Quebec, just driving back with my filled car, they start cracking down on the house of my family and where my loyal and beautiful girlfriend is caring for my family while I'm gone.
What?
And they're like, oh,
So wait a
well,
minute.
everyone is healthy.
So you're saying the police in Alberta are also corrupt and in on the conspiracy and they fucking harassed your family there? So are you really safe there then? And it's okay. If they did raid that house and they found a woman who's not the mother or father of these kids in possession of these kids, wouldn't they take the fucking kids?
Right? Yeah.
Humperdew has gifted a sub.
Let's hit it.
See here, there's no trace
Thank you, Humperdew.
of crime. The kids are smiling and happy, and they're learning, and they have a whole educational playroom with letters on the wall, and they learn and they smile, and they even play with the police, tapping their hand. Hey, what's up? And so the police is like, these crazy Quebec policemen are absolutely insane. They wanted us to go at you. Eventually, I drive back to Alberta. At this point, I have no more voice. I speak. When I try to speak, it does like, and I try to speak. Sorry, my voice isn't working. I'm sorry. I speak worse than RFK Jr. because I've been on the stress. I've been driving, and I don't know. There's something about driving 40 hours without much sleep or without sleep at all.
You drove 40 hours straight?
There's no
That
way.
sounds that's impossible. You would pass the out. The Get the out of here.
There's something about it that totally wrecks your voice. I don't know what it is.
What is he talking? That's impossible.
Rex.
But anyways,
Yeah, you need like crack or meth or coke or something.
back in Alberta.
40 hours.
The province of Quebec was unsuccessful at corrupting the federal police of the RCMP, and they tried another path. They tried to get the social workers of Alberta to crack down on me. So as I'm back home, knock knock on the door, social worker of Alberta, saying,
Oh my God.
as far as we're concerned, it seems that you're fine and your kids are fine.
Okay.
There's these
So-
high level.
That's my whole thing is why go through all of this if, you know, the social worker coming to your house, they're going to clear it and say everything was fine anyway. Then why did you have to flee fucking PEI? Because, like, let's be real, a social worker in PEI versus a social worker in Alberta, there's not going to be that much difference.
No.
He fucking
they're
drove
based,
like
though.
hundreds of hours because Alberta is so based. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Level politician, people from Quebec contacting high level politicians from Alberta, and it's all trickling down to me, and they're saying, go get this guy. And I'm like, yeah, welcome to my life. The high level, she said high level, it comes from the highest levels. They have orders. We need to find everything wrong about this guy. And I'm like, in Alberta, I have due process rights, and you cannot enter my home. And and it was clear that she had nothing against me, and that all of these bases that were coming, that were used as pressure by the province of Quebec to Alberta, all of them wouldn't stand in court. They were all just rumors about me. They were all things that were stupidly, easily proved.
Is this all just a midlife crisis, like conspiracy that he cooked up because nobody cares about him and he's an irrelevant old crackpot? And so like he wants to feel like he's important, like he's Jason Bourne, like the system's out to get him, when in reality they just don't even give a single fuck. And this is all just his fantasy. Like, I'm leaning in that direction.
I mean,
because guys like this want to pretend like there's some sort of big fucking deal, and then when reality hits them in the face that they're not a big shot and a big deal, then they lash out because of their narcissistic fantasies.
I think they're actually after him.
I honestly don't know. I honestly have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Even stupid.
I don't know if the story's true. I'm not saying that, but I am saying I think that like there's something to this, but maybe you're right. Maybe he is just blowing it out of proportion to get attention. No?
And false. Literally, they had memes about me. Like, there's a meme about this guy. It's like, you have a picture of a meme that you got on the internet about me, and you think that's incriminating? So I'm like, so your investigation is illegal, and you can't enter my home. I say that to the social worker, because all these provinces I was in, they had the right to enter my home against my consent, but not in Alberta. So in Alberta, I say, you don't have the right to enter my home. But you know what? And this social worker, she looked good. She looked healthy.
Whoa.
She looked, unlike the other LGBT fatties that were mistreating me all across the nation, this social worker looked like a trustable white woman.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I could keep you out of my home, and I would be out of trouble immediately. But you know what?
Yeah, it really is. JF says the darndest things.
I'll show you my family. They're healthy. They're happy. I don't have anything to hide. And she said, I respect your right. And I have to admit that I couldn't enter your home if you didn't want to. And if you refuse me to enter...
This woman never existed, did she?
No.
This is a made-up...
Never happened.
In fact, the social worker came over and she said, I was in the clear. And it was wild what they did. Yeah.
For your home, I would go back to my office, write a report, and that would be it. I'm like, I'm still going to let you in because you seem like a trustable person. So she comes in and she sees that, of course, I don't beat my children, you fucking idiots of the internet.
You
of
idiots.
I treat them with love, and it's the most important thing in my life. So of course,
you're
gonna find
loves anything other than himself and the sound of his own voice and the smell of his own farts.
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe JF is capable of loving anyone ever.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't even think he has like that feeling. Like that feeling can't exist.
A higher than average.
The chemicals don't work
better
right.
Treatment that I give to my children than 99% of the people in this world. Of course, when
Porcelain in chat says there's definitely enough cause for police to be incredibly interested in him. A missing wife, a questionable testimony, and the whole fleeing thing. He's definitely playing into it, though. Yeah.
Social worker enters.
That's what I'm thinking.
I have beautiful playrooms, and I treat my kids with luxury to a certain extent.
Minus the whole removing the mom.
You know, this guy's broke as a fucking joke. Like, I give my kids the luxury of a cot in a room. Come on.
His show's brutal.
You actually have to beat your children for them to take them. In PEI, on Quebec, you don't. They just can argue that you're crazy or at risk of future behavior. So Alberta gave me fair treatment, and for the first time in my life, I have received full due process and respectfully. Like, the social worker was respectful, the RCMP guys were respectful. Really, all of this boils down to a problematic woman in some RCMP department of major crimes and a bunch of why-nots and an LGBT social worker in some eastern province.
This will be the end.
And then the whole system inflamed itself with rumors, false allegations, and crap. And the crap was so ridiculous that the Alberta province, when it received it, said, "Hey, there's nothing in there that violates the law. This guy has done nothing
But it
wrong.
wouldn't
You guys are
But
really
it wouldn't be the provincial police in Alberta. It would be the feds. It would be the Mounties.
Yeah.
Unless he's talking about the local police, like the municipal police. I don't. Yeah, it's all over the place.
pressing him." And that's the story of my escape, and I'm now safe in Alberta, and I will never drive back to these places. It would be dangerous for me.
Wow.
Crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff. Yeah.
That's,
Like,
I mean,
whoa.
that's really all you could say, isn't it? This is some crazy stuff from the mind of a fucking lunatic.
What's the thing that you say? Oh, that's wild.
That's wild.
That's wild.